Hari Om. This is those who don't understand the meaning of the chanting, it is like a lullaby. Wake up. Those who understand the meaning can revel the glory of the chanting. All the chantings are glorifications of the divine. Like when you love somebody, lovers, I don't know, in India, in temple only they meet lovers. You don't know that why youngsters went to temple. That was the main reason. No. From outside the temple, the boy can tell whether his girl is inside or not. How? How do you know that? Yati Jnana, that's called. Invariable concomitance. Yatra yatra padaraksha tatra tatra prana sakhi. So that pramana they know. So this is a nice samskara here. Even to sit down in that position for how long?
30 minutes.
1 hour they have been sat. For 1 hour, your children sitting down. It's a miracle, isn't it? So, very rarely, it's not that easy to sit down straight like this. How straight they are sitting, look at them. How beautifully straight. Yes. So I was thinking of what topic to give you. I don't know if you don't understand the topic I'm going to talk today, don't worry. They also will not understand. When you are 22, come and discuss with me. Isn't it? Whatever you can digest now, you try to digest. Whatever, you just gulp it now, like a cow. Rumination you can do later. So, it's a beautiful book by Acharya Chandrasekhara Bharati Swamina. If you want, Swami too long a name to remember. Shri 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 Chandrasekhara Bharati Swamina. It's very, you want to remember well, you can remember CBS. It is so easy to remember. From the CBS, what is CBS? Huh? Not CBS, CBS. CBS. What is CBS? Central? That you know, I don't know about that. I only remember Acharya Chandrasekhara Bharati Swamina, where you get all the information you need for your evolution. That is important. So I was reading his book, Dialogues with the Guru. How many have heard that book? Very nice book to read and reflect and rejoice and share what I am doing now. A devotee comes to him and hesitates to ask. He has some doubts in his mind, but hesitates to ask. The Acharya knows. So to make him comfortable, he asks, how are you? You also ask them, how are you? And you don't even bother to listen to what the other person is saying. But Acharya was waiting to listen. He said, I am fine. Oh, so you have been studying the Shastras? Yes, Swamiji. Not frequently, irregularly, regular. But when you are studying the Shastras, so you must be getting some doubts. Any doubts you got on the Shastra? You also have doubts in Shastra, isn't it? You have doubts in the Shastras only when you read them. I tell you the truth, I have no doubts, not a single doubt in nuclear physics. No doubt at all. You are Swamiji, you know everything? No, nothing I know about it. When you know nothing about it, how can you doubt? So little we study, we have a little island of knowledge, and then a new knowledge starts floating towards us. The new knowledge, when it is coming so logically presented, I have to accept it due to my... Is it from my side? Huh? Okay. Put it up. Yeah. Out of respect for logic, I have to accept it. But due to my present little island of knowledge, I am not able to totally accept it. I appreciate the logic, but can't totally accept it. So there is a gulf in between. The gulf between my present knowledge and the new information that has floated towards me. So it's not able to join with my island of knowledge. This gap is called doubt. That's why if you ask, Swamiji, I have a doubt. What is a doubt? That itself is doubtful. We don't know what is a doubt. Doubt is, with my present knowledge, a new knowledge, new ideas come very logically. I appreciate the logic of it, but can't accept it because my knowledge, my present knowledge and the new knowledge is contradicting. Therefore, that gulf of contradiction is called a doubt. So here the devotee says, I have a doubt. It's an eternal conflict. The doubt is eternal conflict between fate and free will. Fate, this is F, and free will. So I don't know how to catch up with the fate and free will. It's very difficult to catch up. In Sanskrit we call fate as karma. All are karmas only. Prarabdha you call Naseeb. Urdu, which language is Naseeb? Urdu. I'm coming from Hyderabad. So Naseeb. Talayezhuthu. Dad. Swamiji, ennoda Talayezhuthu. They even bang their heads. Forehead. Talayezhuthu. Ennoda paiyan indha maari irukka Talayezhuthu. So Talayezhuthu, Naseeb, Prarabdha, fate, destiny. These are the terms used. And the other one is Purushartha, free will, self-effort. So there's a conflict in it. So I try to do something, but my fate comes and then spoils the whole show. This is what people generally feel. So Acharya says, if you are putting the question like that, the way you are presenting your doubt shows even the greatest intellect will be baffled by the way you present your doubt. This man was very astonished. My doubt is so great. Even the greatest intellect will be baffled. Because the way you are presenting your doubt is incorrect. Because you think they are two separate entities. When there are two, then there is a conflict. Two thoughts. If there is only one, then where is that conflict? This is a very important point to note. fate and free will are one and the same. That man is shocked. Are you shocked? You're not screaming at all. At all. When you get a shock. Is that you find out from him? Give a little shock and see how he does it. So, then is it not different? The devotee asks, fate and free will, are they not different? No. Fate is your past karma. And free will is present karma. Past action, present action. Karma, action is same. You are the doer. I hope you agree that you are the doer. Who is the doer in you? He is pointing out very well. Now you see my mouth speaking. Is my mouth the speaker? No? Maybe. Have you come to listen to my mouth? None of you. I have not come here to tickle your ears. I have not brought any got Q-tips and all. I am not the wax remover. I have not come here to tickle your ears. Even though without my mouth I cannot speak. Without your ears you cannot listen. Even with your ears you don't listen. What to talk without ears? But that doesn't mean my mouth is a speaker and your ears are the listener. It is like the telephone, cell phone, the mouthpiece and the earpiece. There is a speaker behind the mouthpiece and the listener behind the earpiece. Isn't it? That speaker behind the mouth is my mind. And the listener behind your earpiece is your mind. So this transaction between us is my mind trying to convey my ideas through my mouth to your ear, to your mind. Mind to mind is the transaction. Swamiji, I don't understand. Never mind. Later we will discuss. So to understand that fate and free will are not two different entities. Past karma and the present karma are fate and free will. Right? Just now today when I was coming in the car, Krishna was, where is he Krishna? He pointed to me, show the paper. Oh, right here. He was showing, I don't know whether you can read. In the car he pointed out. I thought he was reading my thoughts. Are you happy? No answer is coming. If you are happy, what you should do? Keep doing whatever you are doing. Isn't it? But are you happy? No, I am not happy. Then what? Next question, do you want to be happy? Yes. Yeah, I want to be happy. Then change something. Because if you are unhappy and you are doing the same thing what you have been doing, what will happen? You will continue to be unhappy. So change something. Change what you change, we don't know. Change something. Yeah. Here is the play of the fate and the free will. So past karma and present karma. We may say, Swamiji, what all I did in the past, how do I know? Isn't it? I don't know what all I did in the past. If I know, then I'll be sure that what to do, what not to do. But do you know that the God's greatest blessing, a boon in fact, to wipe out your past knowledge. It's dangerous if you know your past. Isn't it? Even the present psychological problems are there because your childhood was terrible. That's what the psychiatrists and all they say. Imagine if imagine 10 lives only, not thousands of lives, only 10 lives. You remember? Imagine the present life, the attachment you have for your children and the spouse. 10 lives. Minimum 1 or 2 spouses. The past, the legalities were different. Yes. Imagine, and 1 or 2 spouses and half a dozen or 3-4 children. Same attachment to all of them. Your life will be miserable. That is okay for you. Imagine now you all respect me, when I came now, so much of respect, reverence and all. So much respect we have, isn't it? I hope. Yeah, you respect me and all. Supposing you remember the past. In the 5th life, this guy cheated me. Imagine that. This present love and respect relationship we have will all be what? Blasted. So thank God we don't know our past. But on the other hand, it gives us a hope for the future. So the boon of forgetting the past. So thank God we do. We should thank the Lord. Oh Lord, thank you for giving me the boon of forgetting my past. So that I can start fresh every moment. So this present life, if I am happy doing what I am doing, that too I am doing from joy. Imagine that. Greatest masters all do karmas, but a rare few work from joy. Majority work for joy. If you are working for joy, what are you now? Joyful or not joyful? If I am joyful, why will I work for joy? Isn't it? So if you are working from joy, means you enjoy what you are doing. But if you have decided, I should change my course of life. This is not what I want. I want to change. But majority says, Swami Barak, take a decision to change my lifestyle. Then what happens? Something comes and stops me from, puts obstacles in front of me, bumps in front of me. And you accuse God, oh Lord, why are you putting the bumps in front of me? My fate, Swami, Enoda Talayet, Mera Naseeb, all this we put a blame. In fact, it is your own past karma coming as the present fruits. So keep in mind, what I meet in life is destiny. What I meet is destiny or fate. But how I meet is free will. You have all the freedom to make it or break it or what? Make it, break it or anything else is there? Huh? Do it? Huh? Take it or whatever. Make it or break it or improve upon it. So if you are happy doing what you are doing, improve upon the same style. But if you want to, if you are not happy, you have to change. So when you are changing, you should understand if obstacles are coming, what I should do. My present effort is not enough. The present effort is not enough to overcome the past karmas. The past I've been doing it, like imagine you're driving 70 miles per hour. And after driving for about 15-20 minutes, you realize, I'm going in the wrong direction. What to do? Will you take a U-turn immediately? Danger. It will be upturn. If if you take a U-turn at that time. So you realize that you are going in the wrong direction. Now what you do is, you first remove your leg from the gas and slowly start from 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 20, 10. Then you make a legal U-turn. That's what I have to tell Indians. Because in India, no such thing. Anywhere you can make a U-turn. I said, people are there. They will wait, Swamiji. They tell me. They will wait. And they say, they tell that out. And Indians are very patient. They will. And you make a U-turn anywhere you want. Here you can't afford to do that. So make a legal U-turn. Now when you made a U-turn and you are driving back, have you taken the right direction? According to you, you have turned and you are going in the right direction. But you forget the 20 minutes of wrong direction, the past karma. So when you are driving in the right direction, you are actually covering the 20 minutes of past wrong you have to cover. And how fast you are driving also depends. The other side, if the traffic is bumper to bumper, it is not 20 minutes. It will be maybe 40 minutes also. At that time you can't blame. While coming it took only 20 minutes. No, you don't know what all things. But the very fact you understand that I took the wrong, I made the wrong journey. Now, free will is what? Free will is the cause of your destiny. In fact, the fate is the effect of free will. We don't understand that. We think fate is past. Yes. Fate is the effect of free will. Because the past fate is what? Your past free will only, what you did in the past. So, fate is the effect. Destiny is the effect, not the cause. So, your free will has all the power. Because I made it, so I can break it. I make it, I break it. Imagine if you have recorded a song before and all, you loved only jazz music or those or loud pop songs, all those things you love, and you recorded only those songs in your cassette. Now are you your destiny is to listen to only to them? You don't want, now you want to listen to bhajans. Can you listen? But someday I have only those cassettes. I know about the audio cassette. I don't know about the CD and all, but you can. So what do? You re-record on it. So you recorded the pop music earlier. So you re-record. No, someday I broke even the tab. Doesn't matter. Put a scotch on it. It will record. Same way. If I recorded my past karmas, now I re-record. So they are not two separate entities. So if my present self-effort is not putting me where I want to be, the past karma was much more powerful. So what you should do? Reinforce more. Like a tennis game and all, two players are playing. What's the name? Djokovic and Nadal. Nadal, you thought Nadal definitely will win. So the practice, and you don't know who will win. But if really he wants to win, how much of effort they have to put forth. Imagine that. Your past karma is Nadal, your present karma is Djokovic. And then you beat it. So that much effort is needed. Because you did you are Nadal past, you are Djokovic present. Both are past karma, present karma. It is your own. There is no, God is giving you all the blessings to make or break. He is like the gas in the car. Petrol, the gas. Any accident in the car, anybody has sued gas for it. Anybody. Not even the American lawyer. had sued gas for causing the accident. Isn't it? Without gas, can the car go? No car, even Ferrari cannot go. Even a hybrid car cannot go without. I think little bit it can go. Isn't it? But can you accuse gas for causing the accident? No way, Jose. God is like that. He gives you the power. Who is the one who caused the accident? The driver. If the driver is drunk, what is the DUI? DUI driver, no? Then, where you go, God alone. Isn't it? But if the driver is intelligent, brilliant, knows the direction, follows the GPS, Guru, Parampara, Sampradaya. That is the GPS. Then, sure to reach the destination. So don't misunderstand free will and fate as two different. This is what the Acharya presents it so beautifully. You have to recall in 15 minutes I can't present to you entire fate and free will. It's not possible. You read that. The dialogues with the Guru. So beautiful. Like a lawyer, he gives the arguments. Very rare Acharyas give like that. So it's a dialogue between a devotee and the Guru. Beautiful book called Dialogues with the Guru. So read and reflect upon it and share the knowledge with as many people as possible. The book is here or what? Oh, it's here. So today itself you make collect it. You can increase the price. Thank you very much.